I've spoken of this Federal Trade Commission 1977-78 media concentration forever. There are no black publications. Clarita Marshall should have spoken up. Now, I do not have access to that congressional 5 years after something to say, ooh, here's his name. My apologies if you've done that. But your snail mail, there was no response, so I do. Bureau of Competition, Federal Trade Commission. Look at that. It's Google Boy. Where is he from? University of Maryland. Ah, Google Boy can copy, but the copy girl, I can't. Isn't that hilarious? I only made $11 an hour, unless, and I'm assuming he did that. Hi, friends of College Park. I don't know how you talk and I don't care. Really, I don't. I'm thinking of starting a new thing. Should I call it Yahweh? Oh no, that's the religious guy. Can't, and they call that Yahoo. No, Yahweh. Don't do that. Yeah, you shouldn't do it. Do you want to invest in Google? Oh, I hope that didn't happen. You understand? They'd all be millionaires, right? Hart-Scott-Rodino Antitrust Improvement Act of 1976, pre-merger notifications with FTC, enforces antitrust laws, foundation of free market economy. Oh, I write some great notes. Trust me. Oh, this is to substantiate any comments I've made against any female politicians from the great bear state of California. To go either way, bear or bear. Like naked. Look, it was a woman in charge of the whole kit and caboodle. Heather Kirkwood. I know they keep saying there's a glass ceiling. There's not. They have to retire. You understand? Symposium participants. Nicholas Johnson, the guy who wrote me, he answered. He is the chairman of the National Citizens Communications Lobby. He might be a good person to look up. Former commissioner of the Federal Communications Commission. I'm not going to tell you the Newspaper Technology Management or the American Newspapers, Inc. or the Inland Daily Press Association. I won't say that. Clorin, National Black Media Coalition, but also the National Association of Black Journalists founder. Supposedly there is some case. He says it on a YouTube, but they don't say the case. I can't find the case. And he doesn't answer snail mail. But some case. The National Black Media Coalition. He left the box at College Park. I will say at the hearing The National Black Journalists left a box. Equal Justice Flyer, founding members of the National Association of Black Journalists will be in Philadelphia. I don't care about them. I'm going to the library. Because College Park does not own the Philadelphia Inquirer. From 1920 to 1987. George Gerbner, Annenberg Communications. You should have stuck with racetrack betting. Professor of Communications, Dean Annenberg. I only want it for the maps. Oh, they are great. They really are. And there is a sentence that this Lachlan, what's his name? Murdoch. You need to be an American citizen. Otherwise, you can't, unless they change the law. You can't own a United States media corporation unless you're an American citizen. It's frowned upon. Or that's interesting too. What are you turning this country into? I'm just curious. Some of these same developments have occurred in other non-authoritarian countries, but in other developed countries, there's a national press. Or, it goes like this, for sure. But you understand, before 1995, it just cost like a lot of money. You had to have a lot of money. I'm sure. Okay, ladies, today we're going to do this, but the media is doing that because we own it. And then when you go outside, put your wig this way. Maxine's doing it too. I delivered a newspaper to a lady like that. She owed me a lot of money. Put your wig on. Several papers of different political alignment that compete with each other for all the serious news. They do not have local government as we do, and so they do not need local papers as we do. So their developments have not produced the same monopoly in daily news that we have. Are we still calling it the United States? Or the smart people have left the building. You mean the white-collar crime people? Push it to the envelope. You're funny. Worried about that? Oh, but this is interesting. Of course it is. Because the American middle class. Yeah, I'm sure you're all worried about that. For example, the media and business sections of Time and Newsweek are the major channels of information about the press for the American middle class. Owners of both magazines own newspapers in Washington, D.C., and an assortment of newspapers, other magazines, broadcasting stations, and book publishing enterprises. Inevitably, the reports on the media are reports on themselves. Really? like I said, I must not have been watching This Knots Landing. We're already home for Christmas. None of this. Abby has gone into the cable news business. This is the only thing that makes sense. The guy from Flamingo Road, he put some satellites. He was one of the first. That makes sense. That's 84 and 87 graveyard shift. I will have a black customer. He is in the satellite repair business. There's no ladder. He's not a roofer. It's way up there. He doesn't go, beat me up. I hope not yet. Oh, but you never know. Yeah. Oh, come on now. England made Dolly. They gave you fake meat. How much you want to make a bet they eat Dolly? They just keep, why not? You can't eat Dolly? They cloned her. Why can't you eat her? Well, she's dead by now. She's old. Where have you all been? You don't know Dolly? Not Dolly. Although you don't know that either. In the 1972 cable rules, and has been much watered down in 76, to furnish in certain cable systems a reserved channel for education, government, for leasing, and for public access purpose. This year, the Supreme Court will assess the authority of the FCC to establish these particular non-contingent access requirements and its constitutionality if authorized is before the U.S. Supreme Court in the Midwest video case. Yeah, there's footnotes. If I get to it. I've read it, trust me. I know what's in here. Yeah, I'm not going to go into diversity because, like I said, oh, it's here. See, diversity. This does not tie in with what I said at that hearing. Sure it does. Like I'm worried about you. I'm really not. James Rossi, professor of economics, Stanford University, and James DERTOUZOUS, Department of Economics, Stanford University, with Michael Robinson, Stephen Wildman, Department of Economics, Stanford. They were concerned with 1923, 1948, 1978, evening only, morning only, evening and Sunday. Wow, Sunday. Gannett doesn't do Sunday till at least 76. There's no Sunday. It's too heavy. It was heavy. It's heavy. Yeah. We're looking for the maps. Oh, I don't have every reason to yell at Hewlett Packard. You know how much ink? It ain't free. National distributors, owners, books distributed, Dell Distributing, Doubleday Dell, Fawcett Marketing Services, Columbia Broadcasting, CBS, Crest Gold Medal Popular Library, owned by CBS. Independent News Company, IND, Warner Communications, Warner Pinnacle, International Circulation Distributors, ICD, Hearst, Avon, HBJ, Jove. Oh yeah, Jove. New American Library, Times Mirror, Nalda, Pocket Books, Distribution, Gulf and Western Pocket, Harlequin, Playboy Press, Spiro Agnew's America. Was that not Playboy Press or the other one? Ooh, maybe the Squire of Warm Springs. Yeah, one of those was Playboy Press. Theo Lippman, Cable News with a K, AmRep Corporation, Outside Books, Berkeley, Beeline, Major Leisure, and Zebra. Publishers distributing PDS, Filmways, Charter, Ace, Grossets, owned by Filmways. Select Magazines, Cooperative Magazine Publishers, Reader's Digest, Family Circle, McCall's, Popular Science, Better Homes and Gardens. Bantam has contract to only distribute this paperback. Source Smith, 1978. Want those maps. Oh, I'm sorry. You're going to call me names, and I'm going to let you. I don't think so. Sit down. Now you're telling me when I can stand and sit. I'm just letting you know that I've redone your entire curriculum with about 6 things. And your criminal justice, you're a, what's it called? A degree mill. Yeah, I don't know. The only Rihanna song, I know she did something on the umbrella, and I know that the Friends with the umbrella, but and then they brought the umbrella to England, but this one, Gilmore Girls, I don't know. They're flying down a thing like it's an amusement park ride with the umbrellas, but it's not Mary Poppins. She was the first, now wasn't she? The umbrella structure of newspaper competition in competing for advertising dollars. Daily newspapers have a high comparative advantage vis-a-vis the other media in developing high-density local audiences. To this, and dailies have generally developed newspaper products with the broadest possible reader appeal in their local markets. The layering of umbrella effect is apparent in the San Francisco Bay Area. Who would that be? Is it Full House? Is it Charmed? It's both. Who is full? Oh, Charmed is Aaron Spelling. I see it at the gym. Not anymore, though. Oh, it's Charmed. Yeah. As it is the most media-rich metropolitan area, the Chronicle and the Examiner, morning and evening papers published by the agency shop are the largest paper in the area and located at the commercial and population center, San Francisco. Their circulations are quite dense in the proximate community, but become less dense as one moves farther away from the center of the market. The circulation region of the paper covers most of Northern California, far beyond the Bay Area itself. Now this Riverside or Santa Barbara, one or the other, they digitized the newspapers and they lost their funding. So I go to contact the congressman. No, they don't. You don't belong to me. You can't even get through. You're not mine. No outsiders welcome. Just so you know. However, decreasing circulation density of the paper cast decreasingly heavily filtered shade. Is that like evening shade? On the smaller newspapers located in the region, the Chronicle, Examiner comprise the first of or metropolitan center layer of newspapers in the Bay Area. So the point being, most of these papers are Caputo, Gano. But you need them because they are developing the areas. Phone lines have been put in. It's very interesting. I'm just saying. You would know none of this. Materials prepared for an antitrust action tried in San Francisco District Court. Knutson versus Daily Review illustrate these layering effect quite well. Figure 3A2 shows a shaded overlay representing the San Francisco Chronicle and Examiner. Primary market area, Northern California. For future reference, note that the Daily Review is located in Hayward, California, which is about halfway up the east side of the bay in Alameda, just below Oakland. The second layer of newspaper may be called the satellite city layer. In the Bay Area, this second layer consists of the Oakland Tribune. Oh, I know. It's not 8 is enough, but 8 is enough to fill our life with love. Oh, I can still sing that, kind of on key. And Betty Buckley and Cats. Cats is like a T.S. Eliot poem. Yeah, it is. Again, the circulation of these papers are densest in the proximity communities, but thin out as one moves to the boundaries of their circulation zones. Note that their circulation zones scarcely overlap one another, that together they cover most of the Bay Area with the exception of the immediate proximate community of the Chronicle Examiner. Thus, the second layer of a satellite city newspaper lies in the circulation zone shade of the first layer paper. Oh, I know. They took Rosie and Meg Ryan in the Baltimore Sun, they discussed it in Sleepless in Seattle. This is Baltimore. Oh, this is Seattle. I'm sleepless. See figure 3A3. There are some 16 suburban newspapers in the Bay Area. There are a lot of black newspapers, of which, news to me, Chicago Defender, Pittsburgh Courier, Amsterdam News. No, there's many. I don't know where Pluria was. He missed Essence, Ebony, and Jet. I kind of think it's like that American Historical Association west of the Mississippi is Pacific. I don't know. The Hayward Daily Review, the paper that was the focus of interest for the study, reported here, the Palo Alto Times, the San Rafael Independent Journal, the Berkeley Gazette, and others. Each of these suburban papers, much smaller circulation zone. Their zones scarcely overlap one another, but taken together, they cover most of the Bay Area. The Examiner, 1863. William Randolph Hearst. Pro-Confederacy, pro-slavery, pro-democratic, Democratic press. Opposed Lincoln. Death of Lincoln, mob riot. Changed position. June 12, 1865, Daily Examiner, 1880, Hearst acquisition, George Hearst, 1887. I know, free Patty. Patty's fine. She's fine. George Hearst, 1887, goes to U.S. Senate, gives paper to son William Randolph Hearst. William Randolph Hearst, S.S. Sam Chamberlain, writers Mark Twain and Jack London. Yellow journalism. You got to watch that yellow. Put the baby in a light bulb. Jaundice. That's Mrs. Yes. And the carpet is poisonous. Never let them crawl on it. Rivals 50 and 60 with Chronicle. Kenneth Rex Roth. Joint Operating Agreement, Chronicle Examiner. Yeah, I wrote some notes. Busy bee. That's the Sacramento bee to you. No. Wait, that's Texas. Figure 3A, the outline of the map of the San Francisco Bay Area. ABC newspaper circulation zones, ABC audit. This is before he puts things in it. Just so you know what it looks like. I would never say things about people that weren't true. Did you say falsities about Sophia? Yes, you did. That's okay. Sticks and stones can break my bones, but words will never hurt me. No, why should they? Half of them I don't even. Whoa! Not. Whoa! Whoa! It's English. I'm sure it's insulting. Coming. Oh, don't. Did you get it? San Francisco Chronicle. You didn't want to just leave it with Little House on the Prairie. He took the dying kid to the ocean. I'll take you. This carriage. You had to bring it to this. Nasty. Nasty people. Leave us alone. We're fine. You're the ones that put it up your nose. Whatever you've created, it's not going to be any different, trust me. Figure 3A3, Bay Area newspaper, circular zones. San Jose Mercury News, Alameda, Oakland. Do you want to put college papers in there? It might be better. Those aren't going anywhere. That's like your city paper, and who didn't read those for free? Which are generally cost effective for only the most localized advertisers, free distributed. Oh, now it's just all over the place. San Rafael Independent Journal, Richmond Independent, Concord Transcript, Antioch Ledger, Berkeley Gazette, Hayward Daily Review, Livermore Tri-Valley Herald, Fremont Newark Argus. Ooh, Argus is Catonsville too. San Mateo Times, Redwood City Tribune, Palo Alto Times. I know, Pluria. Had the Social Issues Resource Series in their libraries. You go there, you want to know something, and then there it is, every state and what they had to say about it. You didn't have that? Well, I believe the New York Times started in like 1930. No, it didn't. The most important competition among newspapers is interlayer rather than intralayer. So do you think this social work, ALTHAUSER, did you want to give, why don't you just throw this in there too? 300 pages, psycho idiots. Oh, I know what I'm calling you now. I can. You know, really, excuse me, do you think I'm a piece of white trash that barely graduated from fucking high school? I went to be educated and you taught me nothing, so when I go to open up my mouth, you're gonna say what? I didn't have a high school diploma. You took my out-of-state tuition. Why? You do know you can say nothing, right? So zip it. I'm not kidding you. I told you then. Did you say, Miss Kurtzopoulos, there's a blizzard coming? You didn't know there was a blizzard. That's the Susquehanna River, and it's not Abbott and Costello with the Susquehanna Hat Company. Rivers freeze first, bridges, whatever. You don't bother me. Don't worry. No, don't worry. I made it home. Thank you. Yeah. I think we had that conversation. You said you turned me to spam. And I said, how are we going to have this if you said I could do it from my house? When you 2 minutes before said you turned my emails to spam. You don't bother me then, and you didn't bother me ever, really. You didn't. I had to have $16,000 in a 401k to freely open up my mouth, and that's the end of that story. Trust me. 3 years vestment for $1,700 gets me nowhere. So there's a difference between interlayer and intra-layer. Within a given layer, the circulation zones of the similar sized newspapers in that layer overlap very little, if at all. The circulation zone of the Chronicle Examiner scarcely touches the zones of other first layer papers. So where do the black papers fit in here? Because they are there. But furthermore, just so you know, the assistant director of the Community Relations Services, Title 10 of the Civil Rights Act of 64, he's coming up with an idea. You know, this young Ben Holman, he worked for CBS. He thinks it's a good idea in times of crisis to maybe delay that article. Well, black newspapers don't exactly publish the same frequency, so don't you think their news is already delayed? You want to throw that in there? Maybe. Haven't read it all, but it don't look that way to me. Just saying. If some other people would comply with requests, you're not doing that. But that's okay. What do I care? Trust me, I don't. The circulation zone of the Chronicle Examiner scarcely touches the zones of other first-layer papers. The Los Angeles Times and the Portland Oregonian, that's quite a few, that's far. Moving to lower layers, the circulation zones generally touch and may even overlap a bit as one gets to the smaller cities. But the important point is that the audiences of newspapers within a given layer are almost perfectly disjointed one from another. Since advertisers are interested in audiences, there can be no effective competition in advertising markets among newspapers of a given layer. It's very complicated. Yeah. In Oakland and San Jose, the readers generally have two choices, the metropolitan paper and the satellite city paper. Here we go. It's getting complicated. Remember the first one? Here, I'll refresh your memory. I've seen some much older people, but it's kind of like that Columbia University. I'm just learning how to use this. I'll never get that far. God forbid. Oh no. We have to, my side has to go very slow. That's not it. Am I fumbling through papers? Yeah. What the hell? You think I can? Why should I? There it is. Oh, I'm sorry. You've already gone Big Ten. You play UCLA. Oh, I'm sure you just have thrown this on everybody's seat. You should have. Suburban newspaper circulation zones overlaid. Fewest choices, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose. 2 choices, metro satellites. 2 or 3 choices, metro suburban. Yeah, there you go. Yep. Non-ABC dailies and paid, controlled, or... Oh, I'm sorry. Who is that lady? You were once on The View as the Republican. I know your name, but I'm not going to say it. You had a kid. You were sane. And then you flipped. Woo! How'd you explain that to your child? You were pulling them with the wagon one day and it flipped. It landed on your head. Like Picasso. One day the girl was just reading. Now she's a loon tune on MSNBC, but she's from San Francisco. Don't you think she could elevate the conversation? No, she's just a stupid piece of shit. Oh, sorry. You're not? Just really. And to know that she's like reputable. She worked for very important people on top of that. And really, that's just disgusting. Who did that? Disgusting. Somebody. Disgusting. Is that like, I don't know who that was. It was somebody. Smaller Bay Area periodicals, controlled or mass circulation weeklies, bi-weeklies, and tri-weeklies. With Alameda County distribution, the circles are representational, are uncentered on place of publication. Circulation above 50,000, 1 weekly paid, 2 weeklies mass, it got cut off. Circulation above 25,000 and less than 50,000, 1 paid weekly, 1 daily, 7 controlled or mass, paid circulation 25,000 or less, 3 dailies, 5 others, unpaid circulation 25,000 or less, 16 papers. Berkeley, Emerville, Piedmont, Oakland, Alameda. Piedmont and Oakland are in the center. Then San Leandro, San Lorenzo. Berkeley, Emerville, Alameda, San Leandro, San Lorenzo, they're on the outside. Piedmont, Oakland are on the inside. Castro Valley, Hayward are on the other side. It's kind of like a J. Fremont, Livermore, Milpitas, Palo Alto, San Jose, San Mateo, and San Francisco. If you graduated, somebody should have explained that to you already. Just say. Metropolitan Daily Newspaper, San Francisco Chronicle, and Examiner Daily Circulation, 640,932. Type of circulation paid, frequency daily. Satellite Daily Newspapers, Oakland Tribune, San Jose Mercury News, 189,000. Oh, that's like that guy. Remember him, the fast talker? Satellite Daily Newspapers, Oakland Tribune, San Jose Mercury News, 189,871, 200,000, 207. I forgot how to say it. 7,167 daily circulation. Type of circulation paid. Frequency publication daily. Let me put it to you this way. They are all paid and they are all daily. Suburban Daily Newspapers, ABC Numbers, Antioch Ledger, 10,827. Berkeley Gazette, 11,814. Concord Transcript, 6,899. Fremont Newark Argus, 10,366. Hayward Daily Review, 40,304. Livermore Tri-Valley Herald, 11,982. Palo Alto Times, 43,489. Redwood City Tribune, 20,255. Richmond Independent, 33,610. San Mateo Times, 42,457. San Rafael Independent Journal, 40,718. Other newspapers circulated in Alameda County, circulation above 50,000. The Catholic Voice, 65,000. The Dollar Saver, 127,000. Hayward Daily Review Shopping News, 128,500. Circulation above 25,000 and less than 50,000. Oh, these are going to change. The Dollar Saver was mass type of circulation. Berkeley Barb, 30,000 paid weekly. And the Catholic Voice is weekly. The Dollar Saver is weekly. And I think some of those African papers are weekly. Berkeley Wednesday Shopper, 27,500 mass weekly. Classified Flea Market, 47,000 controlled bi-weekly. Daily Californian, 45,000 controlled daily. East Oakland News, 37,200 mass weekly. Friday Observer, 40,000 controlled weekly. The Independent Livermore, 28,000 controlled 3 times a week. Oakland Post, 30,000 controlled twice weekly. Tri-Valley News, 37,000 controlled 3 times a week. Paid circulation, 25,000 or less. Alameda Times Star, 8,393 paid daily. Albany Times, 6,900 paid daily. Milpitas Post, 4,460 paid twice weekly. Mont Clarion, 8,500 paid weekly. Oakland Intercity Express, 730 paid daily. Piedmonter, 2,024 paid weekly. Portuguese Journal, Oakland, 3,169 paid weekly. Voz de Portugal, Hayward. You gotta love it. 4,000 paid 3 times a month. You know, I think it's been my opinion that when people do things, when they sell out their own country, it doesn't bode well for them. From some MoMA exhibits, like Le Corbusier, I call him Boozy. Boozy built a lot of new things, and I don't think that Boozy's new things, I don't think they were leveled. And why is it that all of these countries, everything important didn't get hit by anybody else that hated them? Like, why has Richard Gere moved to Spain? Unpaid circulation, 25,000 or less. Alameda County Observer, 25,000 controlled weekly. Alameda Times Star Advertiser, 16,000 mass weekly. Berkeley Post, 15,000 controlled twice weekly. Castro Valley Reporter, 1,875 controlled weekly. Claremont Press Telegram, 16,500 controlled weekly. East Bay Labor Journal, 23,000 controlled twice monthly. Milpitas Trading Post, 8,000 mass weekly. Oakland, California Voice, 25,000 controlled weekly. Oakland Neighborhood Journal, 12,250 controlled weekly. Oakland Piedmont Spectator, 16,000 mass weekly. Oakland Times, 13,000 controlled weekly. Piedmont Oakland Bulletin, 11,000 mass weekly. Pleasanton Times, 8,000 controlled weekly, 5 times weekly. San Lorenzo Sun Journal, 2,500 controlled weekly. Valley Pioneer, 15,000 controlled weekly. Valley Times, 11,836 controlled 5 times weekly. Audit Bureau of Circulation, direct contact with non-ABC publishers. Seiden study for the National Association of Broadcasters, FCC docket 18110 ARs. The Washington Post never left me anything in my dorm room to deliver. There's no newspaper. There's no newspaper in the study lounge. My first newspaper, really, in-house, is the boarding house. Coworkers, I will be reading the paper, and do not come and bother me unless it is very busy. You all live at home. Yeah, I'll think about it. Bay Area electronic media totals. VHF, UHF. Oh, come on. I went to college. Look at this. 20 and 45. Great. Look at that. And they're real. It's not educational. Woo! It's not New York. This is great. Great. We're almost done. It's 1977. Where's the black press? Just saying. It exists. San Diego, around the military base, there's like 78,000, the black newspaper. Just saying. It's a lot of people. Bay Area electronic media. 4 a.m. Oh, not a.m. Whatever that stands for. But there was a flip. There was. Where FM was the better one now. FM was the worse one. And then AM was the better one. Yeah, something like that. Chain broadcasting. San Francisco, 5 VHF, Z, maybe 2 UHF TV, 10 AM, 13 FM radio. Peninsula, 1 UHF TV, 1 AM, 4 FM radio. San Jose, 1 VHF, 2 UHF TV, 4 AM, 5 FM radio. ECON Tour, San Francisco. Broadcasting Yearbook, 73. TV Fact Book, 72, 73. Yep. The penetration rates, suburban ABC, dailies in San Francisco Bay Area. Antioch Ledger, 81.43%. Berkeley Gazette, 19.85%. Fremont Newark Argus, 38.92%. Hayward Review, 39.01%. I'm not saying it anymore. Livermore Herald Primary Market Area, 48.27. Palo Alto Times, 46.93. Redwood City Tribune, 48.95. Richmond Independent, 52.08. San Mateo Times, 49.26. San Rafael Independent Journal, 56.56. Vallejo? Trabajo. Vallejo Times. 73.96. Oh, I know, Bad Bunny. Why don't you just say Bad Bunny in Spanish? We don't need to know 3 words in English. Stupido. Multi-loco. That's universal. And so is this in Italian. And here's this. Whatever. Yeah, Bad Bunny. Penetration rates are all California ABC dailies. 7,500, 100,000 circulation in cities with no other ABC daily. Average of 20 newspapers in non-metropolitan area counties, 75.62. Average of 23 newspapers in metropolitan area counties, 45.92. Hayward Daily Review, 39.01. You're saying you all have a problem. You must start with your... There's no Spanish either. No, your chance is long gone. Halftime show. He's living la vida loca. Yeah, very loca. Selling red lipstick. Yeah. Hayward Daily Review, 39.01%. Fremont, Newark, Argus, 38.92%. Primary market areas, average of 13 newspapers, 48.48%. Livermore Herald, 48.27%. Oh, I'm sorry. Time has passed. If you had a problem, this was your problem. Capisco? You've all had airtime, Emmys, Oscars. Who's the other one? Pitbull. Ooh, yeah, he was shaking it up. Yeah, this is too much for me. It really is. Sorry, guys. That's it. I should be able to go, but I don't know. Oakland Tribune, 38.9% comparison of audited media penetration rates in Hayward City Zone 1971-72. God bless you, Chico. Freddie Prince, I know. Thank you, Sophia. I can piece my face back together. Oh, my God. You are heartless people. You fuck asses. You were so jealous of Freddie. Look at that man. He's in the studio with a stupid fake, and here I am. Here you are, man. Oakland Tribune, 38.9%. TV Guide, 36.5%. Hayward Daily Review, 33.8%. KSFO Radio, 31.7%. KPIX TV, 29.4%. Reader's Digest, 28.1%. KFRC Radio, 26.4%. Cron TV, 76.2%. Karen Cron, her boyfriend is the weightlifting coach. Howie? Oh, what was your name now? With the big German Shepherd. Oh, I should remember. I just remembered. Herb. Herb was the weightlifting coach. For the football team, College Park, go Terps. Everybody's in my dorm, on my side of the mountain. Cron TV, KJO Radio 21.6, KABL Radio 21.3, KGO TV 20.8, KYA Radio 18.6, Life 17.1, Women's Day 14.5, McCall's 13.9, San Francisco Chronicler and Examiner 12.9, KCBS Radio 12.9, KNBR Radio 12.1, Sunset 11.9. KTVU TV 11.4, Playboy. Barbie Benton. You don't remember her either. I can't help you. 11.1%, Clock Radio 10.3. Yeah. There's more. It's only page 165 of ROSSE. Not Martini Rossi. Figure 3A10 concluded sources for newspapers 1972 ABC audit reports with circulation for Hayward City Zone modified to follow city limits. For magazines, radio, and television, National Association of Broadcast Study by Seiden, 1971. This study used results to surveys by ARB for television, Pulse for radio, and ABC for magazines. All with penetrations over 10% are included. Note, the magazines, radio, and television statistics are average penetrations in the San Francisco-Oakland area of dominant influence, which consists of Alameda, Contra Costa, Marin. My bus driver said it's the richest county, but not then it was Westchester. Yeah, now it's not. And it got worse because we know who lives there. Oh, we know. San Francisco, San Mateo, Santa Clara, Solana, Sonoma counties in California. It's numb. How? Because I'm holding it. You think? There you go. The Audit Bureau of Circulation has defined the city zone of the New York newspaper markets as consisting of the 5 boroughs of New York City: Bronx, Kings, Queens, Richmond, and New York, plus contiguous New Jersey located in Hudson County. Today, only 3 newspapers have significant circulation extending into all areas of the city zone: the Post, the News, the Times. Several other papers have managed to carve out submarkets. The retail trade zone consists of suburban counties falling within a 50-mile radius of New York. Yep. Yeah, so it goes in the Post, the Staten Island Advance, the Jersey City Journal, the Long Island. Yeah. 6 major New York area newspapers, 1978. City Zone: Bronx, Kings, New York, Queens, Richmond, Hudson. New York News, New York Times, New York Post. Others: Westchester, Long Island Newsday, Staten Island Advance, Jersey City Journal. Oh, I know. You just all tried so hard. Not hard enough. Please. In 1881, city zones firms published 96% of the papers produced in the total market area. By 1950, this percentage had fallen to 86%. Today, under 70% of the area's circulation is sold by firms located in the city zone. Are you worthy to be where you are? Oh, I'm sorry. Do you believe a Boston Latin education from, I'm going to be nice and say 1943 is better than my Westchester County smartass? I won't even go to foreign language daily circulation, but it's there. If you are being discriminated against, they're not counting you at all. New York Sunday newspapers in circulation by publication location, 1881 to 1975. 1881, 9 firms. Sunday circulation, 448.2. American newspaper annual Philadelphia AR, and it was AR Press. in the advertising book. You can talk whichever you want to talk, and I'm going to talk the way that's right. Distribution of circulation of New York City, Manhattan newspapers, 1920 to 1975. Weekly newspapers with the advent of broader-based electronic medium, as well as increased importance of autonomous suburban markets, the character of the New York daily newspaper. Industry changed. The dominance of the big city dailies has steadily dwindled. At the same time, weekly newspapers grew. These publications are markedly local in character, with their emphasis on local community news, politics, and advertising. This is where I segue into the Black Panther Party. Local. Table 3B6 develops the pattern, and they let me, from 1961 to 1977. Demographics of the New York market, 1950 to 1975. Oh, we just made a discovery. Every day you're going to have a discovery. I suggest you just start with Mayor Wagner. We've just made a discovery that the people responsible for the pukers, the ladies now old with the goddamn poles and the AV bag, it was started by Gloria Steinem and Robin Morgan and Jackie Flat Stomach Onassis. They had Mayor Wagner, who said to the press, please, more reality. Do not distort. Ooh, did these ladies start with Mayor Wagner? They created a falsity, and why would the advertisers mind it? Yep. WBLS was in White Plains. I don't care what they say. Station WABC, WBLS, WOR, WCBS, CBS AM, WINS, WRFM, WPLJ, WXLO, WNNC, WMCA. You knew these things exist. You people are not stupido. Primetime audience, share of audience, penetration, Arbitron. Oh, Arbitron. When they came into Kinko's, Nick wanted that job. I wanted Mattel. Mattel was a much easier job. Slap it on the glass, make sure that M and that black is black and the little... No, what did those boys do? They ran the 9500 with no ink. This is not Mattel. Oh, but when the ratings came through, he wanted that job. Yeah, he made sure that one was pretty. WABC, WNBC, WCBS, primetime audience. There you go. You know, they say Arbitron was not in Laurel. Arbitron was in Laurel, where Wallace was shot. Might have been the same plaza. Seven radio stations present diversified programming, and finally several attempt to isolate population groups by offering ethnic and cultural broadcasts. Your MSNBC is not stupid. Oh, I know. Your only out is, I'm from Baltimore. Oh, that's going to get you in big shit. Go ahead, say it. And Johns Hopkins, they didn't have a nice radio station. It was, I won't say it. I don't know what it was. I wasn't there. For example, there is Cajun, Italian, French, Czech, German, Polish, Hindu, West Indian, Ukrainian programming. Also, a few stations are exclusively Spanish or Black oriented. I just want you to know we haven't left New York. You could go to the New York Times. You'll learn the same thing from like 1920. Electronic media. Now, you really can't say your view table is not from New York. It's not going to work. She's dead. The Grateful Dead, she will forever be grateful. You understand that? She won, you lose. The New York ADI also has 11 television stations, 6 of which reach considerable audiences. Just so you, that and that is still New York. And I don't care. Hurts my hand more than it hurts your time, trust me. Circulation of major magazines, New York City. TV Guide, Reader's Digest, not even, no black newspapers, not even the Amsterdam News. What's up with that? What's up with that? Look at me stupid. TV Guide, Reader's Digest, Time, McCall's, Playboy, Women's Day, Family Circle, Ladies Home Journal, Cosmopolitan, National Geographic, Newsweek. Maybe it's lumped under 13 other magazines. Total 24 major magazines. What? Policy issues, monopolistic competition, important themes throughout this paper have been the relevance of the theory. Is this like the conclusion of the thesis? Because they say you cannot put new items in your conclusion. I'm just telling you. Important themes throughout this paper have been the relevance of the theory of monopolistic competition to the analysis of the media markets, the character of competition both within and between media, and the interrelatedness of advertising and audience markets. It should be obvious by now. This emphasis may lead to a somewhat different agenda of policy questions and sometimes different positions. God forbid, a different position. I could and I should, and maybe I will, but I don't know. I won't, but I should. A different position. I got the worst room in the house, New Year's. The worst. One stupid little book on a shelf, 1,001 Sexual Positions. You're funny. I should have moved my ass from this horrible one and slept on the couch. Nobody's in there. But that's not where they put me. They put me in this piece of shit. Yeah. Different positions on common agenda from the application of the neoclassical economic theory and more conventional approaches to antitrust and regulation. Print media, Daily News, New York Post, New York Times, other dailies, weeklies, TV Guide, Cosmopolitan, Playboy, Time, Reader's Digest, Vogue, New Yorker, McCall's, National Geographic, other magazines. I told you there was a lot of them. This ROSSE, he was just, incredible. Vertical markets and the vertical integration. Economics, that's right, economics, pays insufficient attention to the workings of exchange between various levels of production and distribution. Involved in transforming raw products and ideas into objects that consumers use, and yet in media markets, question of vertical structure turned out to be crucial to policy analysis time. So I saw the Red Devil battery sign in New York City when I returned, so after June of 96. It said we control the vertical and the horizontal. I figured it was like the frequency, because then there was some, well, you know what the Red Devil battery sign was about. But which was the vertical and horizontal? Doesn't matter. Many of the issues involved in TV networking and in network-owned and operated stations are problems of vertical markets. In newspapers, both the problems of syndication and wire service markets and the distribution problems found as a result of the Albrecht decision. Which Albrecht is that? Personal Knowledge, my lovely book. I paid for that returning students quiz. The system will change you back. When you go to make your move, your change. Who is the system? No one. You've put it. It's 3 words. The system will change. 4 or 5. No, you said they will. They won't. No, they won't. You won't get me again. You won't. Trust me. You will never get me. There's nothing you can give me. The Albrecht decision are vertical markets issues, the book publishing, particularly in the mass market paperbacks. The organization of distribution and its impact on the supplying industry seems to be crucial. If we were permitted to set an agenda for theoretical research, we would put at or near the top of the question, how do or can vertical markets and exchanging goods with important public goods components get organized efficiently? We turn now to a brief discussion of several policy issues. No, I'm out of here. Except for the Newspaper Preservation Act. Everything endless, to achieve both objectives while urging that the regulatory burden imposed on newspapers be kept as small as possible. Yeah, I stand behind everything I said, and I'm just telling you, I am not a product of television. If you come from a foreign country, I will hit you on that. You understand? America seems to believe that America's problem is television and violence. What's your problem? Don't even think about it. I will tear you to shreds. There'll be nothing. You will be Japanese flipping tables. You will be that. I'll be sitting here. Pretty as a whistle. That's it. That's all I got. You took my lips away. But I don't have those ugly lines. I've got Candace Bergman's father's wooden. That's it. That's all he got me. I don't got no ugly lines like you ladies. Maybe you were smoking, but I was smoking too. I'm waiting and there's nothing there. Thank God. God. Hasta la vista.